Some of y'all need the major. Some of y'all,
That's unequivocally absolutely correct.
some of y'all are not creative.
You're not
you don't have
entrepreneur-
money. You're not entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And y'all need the major.
Yes, absolutely.
So take your ass to the major. Stop fucking masquerading around like this independent, like Robin Hood. That's not you.
Mhm.
You're not LaRussell. You're not Tech Nine.
Mhm.
You're just not. You're not who you're portraying to be. But you make great music.
Yeah.
And your manager might be lazy. Your manager might not be cut in on the equity side. So why the fuck would he wake up at 5 a.m. to talk to Singapore?
You're talking about partnerships. Is this something that you would ever partner up with a major label? Why are you smiling?
You're not serious, are you?
I'm dead ass.
When you say partner with a major, you mean like
Well,
when they coax you into doing a JV, making you think that you own half when they really own the copyright and tack on their 18 to 20% distribution fee on top of the 50-50 and then pay you pennies on the dollar ex-US. That's what you mean?
I'm going to take that as a no.
Oh, sorry. No, that was just train of thought. No, absolutely not.
Walk me through what you just said there. Which has been discussed a little bit on this pod. Shout out to Chris. Chris talked about this.
I think
Chris Anakute, I should say. Yeah.
I think a lot of artists at the right time need a major to mobilize them globally when they got something that's actually moving globally. Something that justifies you and your team not having to get up at 5 a.m. to do calls with Singapore because you got something going ballistic in Southeast Asia. But very few of y'all are actually going to get and actually warrant that attention and time from them. I guess I would just flip the question on its head. What could a major do for me and for Peace of Mind Studio that we can't do ourselves? We don't need their resources when it comes to DSB pitching. We don't need their resources when it comes to the relationships with creatives, whether it be film, video, live, development, any of that. We don't need their relationships when it comes to developing artists directly, finding the artists, the musicians, the producers, the space in which they make the music. And we definitely don't need their money. So what is it that they can do for us that we can't do ourselves?
I mean, everybody says everybody's got a price.
No.
To come with a bag of like 10.
No.
50.
No. What I would be more interested in, when I say I mean we, is from somebody in the independent sector that would allow us to do our thing, provide some air cover, fill a couple holes. For us, I think investing in team is really important.
Yeah.
And to get the right
people.
Like jazz and classical specifically aren't my forte. I feel like I'm an expert now at ambient.
Interesting.
But jazz is a very dense and layered genre. And classical is a genre that's very rich in history. And I can't speak to it I'm not a master of it. I can speak to hip hop and R&B and to ambient and pop and as a lover, but also as someone that's making it and doing it myself. It's hard to get people that are great 100, 200, 300 grand. Those become partnerships. So ideally someone in the independent sector that specializes in those, that would be awesome because that could lift the tides. And if they want to at the same time take risk off the table, great. But I'm more interested in, how can you pour back in to make this thing last longer, have more longevity, but also scale? If a festival came and said, hey, we want to partner, if Coachella came and said, yo, we want to partner on Yanni's next release, we want equity in that, small piece of equity. But in return, we'll have Yanni program an entirely ambient-driven set at Gobi or Sahara on one day. I know Yanni, I know Britt, and I know myself would snap call that. Yes, absolutely. Because you're providing something to us that's access. We can't get that access without y'all. You said everyone has a price. I mean, the price for me is like integrity. It's taking risk off the table and working with people that actually would like put the battery in our backs. And I would say to date, I haven't experienced that at the majors in the 2 JVs that we've done.
What's up, everybody? It's Mauricio Ruiz, founder of the Manager's Playbook. If you've seen the podcast, you know I talk a lot about how the music business really works. Not the theory, but what it actually takes to build a career that lasts. Listen, I spent over 17 years working behind the scenes with artists, managers, and teams, helping them make smarter deals, build systems, and grow careers that actually scale. And there's one thing that I've learned. Most people aren't lacking talent. They're lacking a playbook and someone to help them execute it. That's why, for the first time ever, I'm opening up the Manager's Playbook Mentorship Program, a hands-on program where my team and I personally help you get clear on your strategy, build real momentum, and make better business moves in the next few months. Now, if you're serious about taking your career or your artist to the next level, this is your chance to work directly with us. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Click the link below, learn more, and book your call today. Let's build your playbook together. Now back to the pod.
Do you think that needs to change at some point for it to... What do you think of the majors in this day and age and how they operate?
I think it's all based on the artist, building a bespoke team that makes the most sense. I think Era One, Chappell Roan wasn't the right fit for the major. I think when she found her voice and wrote the song, she was the right fit for the major. She was making global pop fucking smashes, and that machine you want to be able to galvanize people globally. And they got offices in every country.
Why do you do this?
That's just the bullshit pitch they always give you.
Yeah.
But 99.9% of the artists that signed to a major.
Hold on. Tell me why it's the bullshit pitch that they give you.
Well, they want to make it seem like you can't do it on your own. We got the expertise. But what they don't tell you is if you do your deal in the US, Southeast Asia and Asia in general won't be as incentivized to work which would be the domestic repertoire for the US, as they would to work their own domestic repertoire.
Why?
Because they're getting 10x the revenue from that local artist. So that means you need to be doing 10x local artist, local repertoire earnings to justify even a one-to-one.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they take their foot off the gas with an artist they own wholly and they're on the ground with day in and day out to prioritize you? Unless you got something that's undeniable, that's working everywhere, and their people in the office could look like, yeah, we got to win. I helped break Chappell Roan. No, you fucking didn't. There's so many people that I meet that'll be like, I worked on X, Y, and Z team. I worked on Georgia Smith's team. And I'm looking them in the eye and I'm like, but I know Zubin and I know the team at FAM. And you wouldn't say this in front of them.
Mm.
That's just an example. That's not really that's not a real situation, but there's been a ton of real situations where people are taking credit for work they didn't do.
Yeah, that's a fact. That happens in this business all the time. And I think there's a
You got me out here really killing them. Fuck. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad at the same time.
Why would you feel bad? Being honest. What's the point of the pod? What's the point of the conversation? Are you throwing names under the bus? No.
Yeah, no.
Is it a corporation that does this? Yes. Is it a specific one? No. Why? Because they all do it. Why? IPOs, public. That's just the name of the game.
My goal is if they can leave
Who
this
am I helping?
episode,
Who sorry, because I get fired up about this. Like,
Yeah.
who are we helping here?
the artists.
Yeah.
The
People who want to get
independent
into the
teams.
business, trying to build a real
Yeah.
business and not get finessed.
But
right?
I want to be honest though.
Yeah.
Some of y'all need the major. Some of y'all,
That's unequivocally absolutely correct.
some of y'all are not
'Cause
creative.
you're not
you don't have
entrepreneur-
money. You're not
not-
entrepreneur. Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all need the major.
Yes, absolutely.
So take your ass to the major. Stop fucking masquerading around like this independent, like Robin Hood. That's not you.
Mhm.
You're not La Russell. You're not Tech Nine.
Mhm.
You're just not. You're not who you're portraying to be. But you make great music.
Yeah.
And your manager might be lazy. Your manager might not be cut in on the equity side. So why the fuck would he wake up at 5 a.m. to talk to Singapore? Just being real, I wouldn't do it if I was him either. Even if your show money was crazy, what's it gonna take for me to give away my free time to get on and work a record that I don't own in a country that I don't have any expertise in?
Mm-hmm.
The easy way out will be for me to go to the major, whore you out to a specialist, catch my quick commission, because I might not believe in you because you're not entrepreneurial. I don't see a long-term, I'm speaking as a potential manager looking at an artist. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, of course.
Why some managers go and do these deals when they know it's the wrong fucking thing to do. They don't feel safe. So if the artist and the manager actually have alignment and they're both in it for the long run and they both have skin in the game, the amount of bad deals that are happening won't happen.
I'll play devil's advocate on that as well too. And just to be clear, that alignment doesn't necessarily have to be the equity, because there are still managers that will do stuff with commissions, but they know that the relationship is rock solid, where that artist more than likely won't let them go, especially if they're going to rise through the ranks and get to the arenas.
I agree.
But to your point, those label deals still do matter. But I will say, because you need to have the right infrastructure to be able to build it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it can happen with certain labels. I think, I said what I said about the reality when it comes to these majors.
Yeah.
Or what we're saying here. Fucking, I'm saying it. But I also agree. I agree that there are artists and managers that cannot do this themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to do a label situation. But I will say this, if you are going to do a label situation, you got to understand, what is it worth? Because we can sit here and we can talk about having equity and ownership in the masters at all times. But what if the deal doesn't call for that? What if the deal says, no, we get the copyrights, but we're going to give you the resources, we're going to give you a really good advance, we're going to give you the money. Are you going to turn that down? Case by case, right?
But just know what you're getting into.
Exactly. You got to know what you're getting yourself into.
And don't let them, like, if you're a fucking conscious lyricist, don't go sign to the pop specialist label because they don't have any conscious lyricists. Go where they know what to do with you.
That's a good point.
Like, just go with it. Like, go where you're actually loved. Like, go where they're living.
Yeah. Because some people will feel like, oh, they don't have that there, so they're going to actually really
I'll be the face of that.
Yeah.
But then you go there and, like, everyone's like,
doesn't know what the fuck is.
What are we talking about? Like, you don't listen to what you're not living.
Yeah.
You're not in the community of what I'm trying to build.
Yeah.
I think that's the key too. I think as an artist, as a manager, as a whatever, just go meet everybody from the janitor to the CEO. Ask the right questions.
Hell yeah.
Would you, if you wouldn't go out to dinner with your product manager, if you wouldn't kick it with your A&R, if they don't want to kick it with you, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
The person with the biggest bag is very seldomly the right person. In most cases, the one that's coming and saying, I'll give you the majority of my time because I know what to do with this and I'll invest what it takes, but you're not going to get the most money up front. That's probably the right deal.
I saw, what's her name again? She was the co-CEO with Omar at Rock.
Sherry, maybe?
Yeah, is that her name?
I think so. Sherry Bryant.
Sherry Bryant. Yeah, I saw a really good clip that she posted today where back in the day, it wasn't just the A&R that was in the studio session. It was the marketing A&R. We're both in the studio session, sleeping there. It was
getting to learn the DNA, what the fuck you're working on.
Exactly. You are, it is unnegotiable.
Yeah.
Like non-negotiable. You had to be in the studio to really understand and be able to speak the language to the label and be able to market this product to the general public.
You know what my dream is for A&Rs and even marketing people too?
Yeah.
There's gotta be, you know how like in Cali, you got the motherfucking driver's license test and you gotta do X, Y, and Z. I feel like there's gonna come a time where, especially with AI, the developments now, the past 18 months, A&R, because it stands for artist and repertoire, right? But not everyone is qualified. If you're a data scientist and a researcher, you shouldn't call yourself an A&R. A&R needs to have some level of barrier to entry. I'm not saying it's got to be a test, but like, you got to love music, and how you show that you love music or whatever community you're trying to, if you're like a hip hop A&R, like know your history.
Yeah. What would you qualify as a great A&R?
Who would I qualify, or are you saying what are the
both?
I mean, this is cliche at this point because everyone knows, but I remember when I first met Tunji, and this is in 2009. He was an amazing rapper. I feel like most people don't know that. He said something really ill. He was like, you know, when I heard Kendrick, I realized like I wasn't equipped to be the best anymore. So what did he do? He started working on projects like that.
Yeah.
Why do I think he's, one of the best A&Rs really of my time is because he lives it. He's still hungry and curious for what's cracking.
That's a fact.
That is. There's a lot of really great executives.
I'll see like artists that I think I'm early on, and I'll go and I'll look. But yeah, Tunji's following him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super early.
And he's not just following him; he's helping him. He tried to get me a Freddie Gibbs feature in 2011, dog.
All the time. Yeah.
That's how long he goes back with some of these people.
Right.
And he's never expecting something in return. People could say whatever they want about where Def Jam has been or where it's going. You can't deny this man's ear, his care for the quality of artists, and also the wins. Bryson Tiller, Khalid alone. And then let's not talk about like the amount of effort he's put in to help add fuel to the fire on the TDE side. All the things he's done with Money Long, now at Def Jam.
Yeah.
So he's the person that I would say, and also artists respect him because he was a dope artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was saying kind of about like the great qualifier is like,
I don't necessarily know if that's a necessity because I think most people now, artists who know him, don't even know that he was an artist before. He's just intuitively understands the trials and tribulations of an artist because of that, right? And he still wears that hat. I don't want to speak for the man, but that's how I feel. Every time you have that conversation with him, he's very dialed in.
He still feels like he's 25, 26. He's more tapped in than most 25-year-olds I know.
Listen, that guy talks about music not like a business, but music.
Yeah, and he cares.
Cares tremendously.
But I will say though, Ruiz, if I had to pick my type of A&R, and I think a lot of artists would probably agree, there's a reason why the super producer, the Timbaland, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis, and we can go all the way to Pharrell and there's so many incredible, those producers, there's a reason why they were able to cultivate the talent they were. There's a reason why they had multiple artists hit, is because they understood the importance of developing a sound. They understood how to not just produce. There's beat makers and there's people that are producing trajectories. And those people, to me, are incredible A&Rs. Tim isn't just a beat maker or a producer. He was, and to me still is, one of the best A&Rs of that time. Pharrell, same thing. Hove, same thing. On the complete other side. He knew what it took. He had great taste.
Yeah.
He was a proper businessman.
He's an artist, yeah. Rihanna.
Come on.
Yeah.
Gave Fab Make Me Better. Did you hear this story?
Rihanna?
No. Hove gave Fab the song Make Me Better.
No.
Yeah.
Tell it.
I mean, it's not my story to tell, but like it's out there on the web.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I think that I would, and this is why they're doing it. This is why a lot of these distribution companies, whatever the fuck that means, are putting the battery in the back of people like me and Britt. Honestly, I haven't had hits like that, but they're giving us wild deals and opening the door to really whatever, you write your own deal type shit, because they don't develop anymore.
Not giving you, offering you mean? Yeah, like
well,
you haven't
no. I mean, with Avant Garden, we have a distribution partnership with Sony right now, going through the Orchard.
Why'd you laugh?
No, I was laughing because I think that in this day and age, there isn't development. And so they're investing in the people that are developing, which I think is the right thing to do. But instead of going to business people, I would just encourage those labels to also go to music people, because then you're putting putting people in the position of power that care about the actual art form, that are living it every day.